I'm James Gosper, the General Manager for Marketing at Wine Australia, and Wine Australia is our industry body, the wine industry body, and Savour is one of the biggest single wine events we've ever held in Australia, and it was designed to be a moment in time in Australia where our industry could gather and to represent what we are currently doing in the Australian wine industry to all of our international partners, our importers, distributors, the wine trade, retailers, restaurateurs and the wine media around the world. We've got about 170 odd producers here, plus their trading partners, and we believe there's about 300 international wine guests who have flown in for Savour. We've got about 800 delegates in total here for the 3 days. We are going to be promoting our wine with our food experiences, and the Australian food and wine experiences are very well known for people who have visited Australia. In fact, visitors who have come to Australia regard Australia's food and wine as some of the very best in the world. But those who have never been to Australia actually don't really understand what it is that is special about wine and food in Australia. And so we will be working with our tourism body, Tourism Australia, to promote Australia's food and wine in all of our key international markets.
And it is appropriate that this event is held here in Adelaide. The Savour Australian Wine Industry Association launched its brand earlier this year, Adelaide, Australia's wine capital.
And the domestic marketing of Australia. From day one, Nick has been instrumental in creating TA's new focus on food and wine, and in my view has quite brilliantly shaped the input from many sources. I'm just now going to hand over to James.
Also to make it stand out, make it differentiate it. Because if we just simply go out there and say we do good food, good wine, it's not going to be enough. People want to know what that stands for. Fourthly, we believe that food and wine is another way for people to fall in love with Australia.
These Orlando parties, they weren't trying to come late because that time is that the wines we were exporting out of Australia, where we found a point of difference compared to what else was available, particularly speaking as to the UK market.
This is the first Savour. We are still working through how often we will host an event like this. We will get through this first one, but it has been so successful to date that we will certainly be planning to do something very similar every 2 or 3 years. But going forward with Tourism Australia, starting next year, will be a major promotion internationally with food and wine.